A parallel calendar, a Dvar Torah for Parashat Bo. Here's a riddle. Which Hebrew month has holidays at the beginning of the month, at the 10th day of the month, and in the middle of the month? If you answered Tishrei, you are of course correct. The Torah teaches both in Parashat Emor and Parashat Pinchas that there is a mitzvah to uphold and offer sacrifices on the 1st, 10th, and 15th of the 7th month. What biblical historical events happened in Tishrei? According to Rabbi Eliezer in Masechet Rosh Hashanah, the world was created, and Rashi teaches that Moshe delivered the second Luchot on the 10th of Tishrei, which is why Yom Kippur was established as a day of forgiveness and atonement. But the Tanakh doesn't share this information with us. In which month does the Torah choose to tell us about events that happened at the beginning of the month, the 10th of the month, and the middle of the month? The answer this time is Nisan, when Moshe was told this month is the month that shall be for you the head of the months. And most commentators agree that this was on the eve of Rosh Chodesh. The Israelites should take on the 10th of this month a lamb for every household and keep it until the 14th day of this month and then slaughter it. Why don't we celebrate the 1st and the 10th of Nisan during the Nisan holidays? Why do the Tishrei holidays look like a mirror image of how the Nisan holidays should look like, only without historical justifications? I don't have an answer to that, but I can lead you on a slightly related journey. One of the most complex characters in Tanakh is Jeroboam ben Nebat, the first king of the divided kingdom of Israel. To prevent people from returning to Yerushalayim and rejoining the Judean kingdom, Jeroboam places golden calves in Bethel and Dan, replaces the Cohanim with priests from the other tribes, not Levi, creates a holiday in the 8th month on the 15th day of the month, similar to the festival in Yehuda, and offers incense on the altar. Some of you might have noticed that although Jeroboam rebels against the house of David, that is the tribe of Yehuda, he also tries to replace the Cohanim. The new priest will not be from the tribe of Levi. He begins burning incense like a priest, and he wants to emulate the first to offer an alternative spiritual ritual in the form of a calf, which is Aharon when Moshe was on Har Sinai. This thesis could be greatly strengthened by adding that the names of Yeroboam's two sons are Nadav and Aviyah, like Aharon's two older sons. Adding the letter Vav to Aviyah turns the name into Avihu. What doesn't fit this thesis is Yeroboam's proposal of a new holiday on the 15th of Mar Cheshvan. I don't have an unequivocal answer to this question, but I can show that this date corresponds with what happens during the Nisan holidays. Rabbi Reuven Margaliot in his book Mikra u'Mesorah claims that Yeroboam created a leap year, thus separating the holidays in the new Jewish kingdom from those in Yehuda. If we accept this claim, Yeroboam transferred the rabbinical authority to create a leap year before Nisan to the second half of the year in Tishrei. Another possibility is to say that he copied the format of the second Pesach, which occurs 1 month after the first Pesach sacrifice, and applied it to the month of Tishrei. It is possible then that the reform that Yeroboam is trying to produce is not technical. Let's postpone the existing practices for a month to get the kingdom of Israel out of sync with the kingdom of Yehuda, and thus prevent the return of the people to Rehovam. But substantial. Yeroboam wants to shift the emphasis from spring to autumn. What does he gain from this? Let me offer some suggestions. Israeli and world redemption tend to correlate with time creation. The creation of the world gave us the days of the week. The exodus from Egypt, HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem. Upon returning from Babel, we received names to the month that we have today. Yeroboam wants to leave a mark on the calendar in the form of a new holiday as well. Turning the day we left Egypt into the beginning of the year is a determination that the authority has been transferred from Yosef, who saved the family from starvation by going to Mitzrayim, to the tribe of Levi, whose representative Moshe led them out of there with a high hand. Yeroboam is trying to restore the power of Bet Yosef by moving the celebrations to the time when he was made king. It will no longer be said, Chai Hashem, who brought us out of Mitzrayim. Rather, it shall say, Chai Hashem, who turned Yeroboam into king over the kingdom of Israel. Or perhaps Yeroboam is trying to say something about the essence of the holidays and their place in the calendar. Moshe and Aaron did great deeds, brought the people out of Egypt, gave the Torah and more, but they relied on separating historical events. The separation between the people of Israel and Egypt, getting the people out from under the hand of Paro and creating a new separatist nation. This is why their commandments try separating. Kil'aim is not allowed. It's forbidden to marry Egyptians. Yeroboam, who fled from Shlomo to Egypt, think that it is possible to keep holidays with a great divine and a secret or universal meaning, depending on when he believes the world was created. Holidays that highlight the exodus from cosmopolitan Egypt can be disposed of. I think the subject requires much more looking into, and although I started this journey thanks to the question from my good friend Itiel Sperling, the responsibility for what I wrote is purely mine. If you enjoyed this video, you're more than welcome to subscribe or buy my book. There's a link in the comments below. I am Jovi Holtz, one who loves Tanakh.